Welcome back. Currently we are at gate Alpha 19er, just completed one sector from Soekarno-Hatta down to Singapore, and now we are ready to go back with Papa Kilo, Golf Fox India. So very nice here, you can see the event is in full spring. There were a couple Garuda Indonesia aircraft left of us, but now it appears that the traffic is now busier towards the north. You can see quite a bit of aircraft departing. Yeah, should be one more. Yeah, you can see the airport is quite busy. Quite nice to see, yeah? Quite nice. Quite nice. Yes, very nice. So let's get into the aircraft and prepare the aircraft to go. So welcome to the flight deck. Aircraft is set up with the turnaround status, so everything is all looking good. You can see now it's this is 9:02 local time in Singapore, and the actual flight is departing at 9:45 p.m. So we are early, but the thing is, yeah, there's no point just sitting here and waiting. I already waited, went to do something for about 30 minutes before, after setting up the aircraft. So now I would say it's a good time to get going, do the briefing, and then we can depart maybe 20 minutes early. Anyway, there's a bit of a queue for departure, so maybe it's a good thing that we are early anyway. Let's get the APU started anyway. So let's take a look at the briefing. This is Indonesia 839 from Changi to Soekarno-Hatta, Papa Kilo Golf Foxtrot India. Cost index 25, ground distance 524, ground average components 6 knots of headwind, no problem at all. 350 laptop on flight level. 1 hour 20 minutes flight time, and the fuel 9 tons. I filled with a bit of extra. You can see right now we have approximately 7820 plus 1760, that is let's see, 7820, 803. Wait, this is 7820, right? Yeah, 7820. So that is 9580, the tanks. Yeah, that is a bit of extra. That's good. And final reserve alternate 4.4 tons, because the alternate is to Surabaya, Juanda International. Routing, this is the standard routing from Singapore to Jakarta. Anito 7 Alpha, Anito Bravo 470, Punik to hotel arrival into right now expecting the LS approach 25 right. Scheduled time 2145 local, so you can see we are early. By the time we finish the briefing, get clearance, push back, we will be definitely ahead of schedule. Yeah. 2 hour flight time scheduled, 2 hour block time scheduled, estimated 1:53 with 20 minutes of taxiing and 10 minutes of taxiing. 20 minutes out, 10 minutes in. Yeah, so all looking good. Full flight today. When I tried to book it a couple hours earlier, I couldn't even select the seat. So I'm assuming that means full flight. The full capacity for this flight aircraft is actually 162 passengers in this configuration. Yeah, the max the PMDG can do for the 2 class config is 160, so we'll just do 160. 4 tons cargo, 17.9 payload, 0 fuel 60.1, so relatively heavy. Fuel 9.5, and the takeoff weight 68.9. So within limits, but we're above the max landing weight, which is I think 60. We'll take it as 66.4, yeah, for this aircraft. So category Delta minimums. So this is the routing, all good here. Weather, you can see Changi Airport 3303 knots, Towering Cumulus, broken 30,028, QNH 1008 nosing, and Soekarno-Hatta 6000 as we expected, right? The visibility in the forecast, it did say that it's gonna get visibility is gonna drop. Yeah, in the evening visibility always falls. Recently thunderstorms, few clouds 18, scatter 20, 28, QNH 1008 nosing, remarked CB to south. Will be north of the airport, so no problems. Juanda, good weather as well, just slightly lower visibility. No times I've checked through, okay, pretty much nothing, just yeah, follow the greens in operation, but it's not relevant for us anyway. And yeah, CBs were flying through, but there's moonlight today, and on the way here it was fine, just a bit of deviation initially we had to do here, otherwise after that it's okay. We'll just keep our eyes out and yeah, take a look at any weather. Should be all no problems. So let's take a look at the rest of the flight here. We are Bay Alpha 19er, pushback will be fairly straightforward. Actually not really. So according to Synvac, pushback.synvac.org, the pushback procedure is to pushback approved face, well, the controller will say face west, and we're going to be pushing back until the aircraft's nose is approximately in line with this taxiway, but also keep clear of Alpha 20. So that's what it says. So I think something like that will probably do nicely. Yep, this will do nicely. And then after that, taxi out Victor 11, expecting Victor 9. We could go Victor 10 as well, depending on what the controller says. But if we are clear Victor 10, he'll give us Victor 11, Victor 10, and taxi Romeo. Speed limit on Romeo pilots are advised to apply maximum speed limit of 20, which will do so on the Romeo. And then likely Tango, Tango 12 or 13 holding point runway 0 to center. It could be Tango 11 as well. Tango 11, the takeoff distance available is 3808 meters. And we're told to plan for this taxiway as well. Since now it's high traffic situation, there is a possibility for 0 to center. Sorry, Tango 11 is 3842 meters, so I'm going to change this. There should be absolutely no difference, yeah. As you can see, no difference, but let's get the latest weather. Variable 2 knots now. Takeoff 50, 414.650. Okay, so the select temperature changed, so... No, actually it's still the same. Okay. So this is the 41 here. Yeah, you know what? Let me show you something. Just put this. Still calculating 41. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this one says here. Okay. So variable 2 knots. Yeah, now it's changed to 41. Okay. Fair enough then. 141 shall be. We'll use the tablet figures, yeah, because those take precedence. So to 141. Okay, 141. Okay, so taxi Victor 1, Victor 6, and Victor 1, 2. Now what am I saying? Taxi Victor 1, Victor 10, Romeo, Tango, Tango 12, Tango 11, 13. Depends on which holding point ATC assigns us. After that, we will take departure, Anito 7 Alpha departure, fairly straightforward. The restrictions on this departure, this is the interesting one. So Singapore has shall not exceed 230 until passing 4,000 and shall not exceed 250 until passing 10,000 feet. So we will make sure not to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go flap 1. The speed limit for flap 1 is 230, as you can see here. No, it isn't. What? Okay, well, it automatically bugs 230, yeah, when you're still at flap 1. Okay, this is my bad, yeah, it's 250, but it automatically bugs 230 when you retract to flap 1. And then we're gonna go speed intervent. And then that will nicely give us 230 until passing 4,000. Okay, and after passing 4,000, close speed window. NADP2 departure today, and see that's what Garuda Indonesia pilots fly with 1,500 feet acceleration reduction. Which is already put in here. Engine not acceleration 800 feet. We'll keep it that, okay? So, yeah, straight out to Moxip, that is the plan. Above 2,000, right to Emirates, above 4,000, and then to Hospa, above 7,000 feet. And then to Vanbu, below 9,000. So the reason why all these restrictions in place, because they are arrival and departure paths. Yeah. So the above 7,000 is to ensure that we clear the Lalo arrivals to Singapore, and the below 9,000 it could be for Batam. Yeah, because Batam, Hang Nadim has departures to run as well. And then we're at above flight level 160, maybe for arrivals to Batam, Tanjung Pinang, I'm not sure. And then to Gures, Ikiro, and then to Anito. Okay, straightforward. MSAs within the MSA references to Tekong. Within 25 miles, within this, basically within the sector we're interested in, it's 2,000. You can take it as 2,000 feet. Yeah, there's some 1,009, 1,007, some 2,000. Basically 2,000 feet. The only thing we need to be aware of is that east of this radio, direction west of this radio 360, it jumps up to 3,100 feet, so we need to be 4,000 feet to be safe. This quadrant, but within 11 miles, 2,000 feet will keep us safe. So unless there's a huge requirement, there's no need to turn west here. Yeah. And then the radial is somewhere here as well. I didn't mark it because there's no reason why we'd be going there. Anyway, yeah. If of engine failure, heading select 023, runway heading 15 miles and hold. So actually let's put in there, so fix 15 miles. My bad. 15 miles and hold. Yep. So that will 15 miles here, and then after that we can do right hand circuit for 02 left, 02 center, depends on what is assigned for us. Both runways are the same length. Yeah, so no problems there. 108.3 for 02 center has been preset, 110.9 for 02 left, 116.5 Takeoff for the EOR. Course is 023 and 222 for ILS 02 left has been set as well. So immediate return, no problems. We're above max landing weight. If it's not time critical, we'll go out and burn up a bit of fuel. Otherwise, we can just land immediately. No problems. We can land at max takeoff weight, so no problems. And rejected takeoff, standard breathe. Okay, below 80 knots. Reject for the master caution or abilities. Above 80, reject for engine fire, failure, aircraft unsafe, unable to fly plus track wind shear. Standard briefing, as we briefed earlier anyway. Okay, and then yes, push back, taxi out, sit, EO sit, immediate return, rejected takeoff has been briefed. Let's get our clearance and get going. So this is the ATIS, let's listen to it.
Mode Charlie on all taxiways. Taxiway designations may not be accurate on scenery. Refer to charts. New SID effective error 2403. Acknowledge information Quebec.
Information Quebec, okay.
Singapore Changi Airport. Departure. Information Quebec. Time 1300. Departure runway 02 center.
Okay.
Direction variable 2 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. Cloud view 1600. 4000 scattered. Ceiling 30,000 broken. Temperature 28. Dew point 25. QNH 1009 hectopascals. Departure. Initial climb 3000 feet.
Yep.
Sport mode Charlie on all taxiways. Taxiway designations may not be accurate on scenery.
Okay, we will listen to that part, so let's call it right now.
Liner 70 IFR to my destination. Copy clearance information Papa. Singapore Nana 70 Singapore delivery. Hello, information Quebec is current. You are cleared to Jakarta via the Anito 7 Alpha departure. Flight level 350.
Clearance, which is quite low, so hopefully tower controller hands us off to the departures quickly. Yeah, if not, we'll have to vertical speed, but NADP2 is really helpful for that.
02 Center.
Because there's an acceleration phase
Alpha
where we
departure,
lower
level
our vertical
350, squawk 0156, Singapore 9070. Singapore 9070, back correct.
Good evening, Indonesia 839 stand Alpha 19. Information Quebec requests flight level 350 to Jakarta.
Indonesia 839, confirm your file flight plan.
I confirm we will refile now if that's alright with you. Indonesia 839. Okay, so it appears that it wasn't
Indonesia 839, Roger, please to refill.
Okay, maybe it wasn't expired. That is probably I did file, but then maybe because I think in 1 hour it expires, so maybe it was 1 hour or 30 minutes. I forgot. Yeah. The Indonesia 839 we have refiled. We're ready to copy the clearance when you are ready.
Indonesia 839, Roger. Stand by 86 clearance number 2.
Oh yes, I forgot. Yeah, Singapore has this thing where you have to, yeah, wait a bit, but that's fine. Okay. So the flight time, there is no trouble. Everything's fine. 3,000 feet, that is low as we said, but yeah, hopefully the departure control hands us off. The tower control hands us off quickly, and it should be all good. A bit of traffic in the area, that's why I took a bit of extra fuel here to help us with the planning. Otherwise, it should be all fine. Yeah. Okay, so let's get these down.
Algeria 221.
Algeria 221, go ahead.
Algeria
221, please install your flight via the good I send you via DM.
Okay, Roger, go to profile my flight plan.
Interesting.
Indonesia 839, 86 clearance.
Ready to copy Indonesia 839.
Indonesia 839, you're cleared to Jakarta, Anito 7 Alpha departure, flight level 350 and squawk 0123.
Indonesia 839 cleared to Jakarta via the Anito 7 Alpha departure, expect flight level 350 and squawk 0123.
Indonesia 839, ready back correct?
Okay, so that is correct now, and we will not have to contact ground for push and start. So let's do the PA and then we.
Singapore 966, Singapore delivery.
Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to you. Welcome aboard Indonesia
Singapore
Flight 839 service from Singapore to Jakarta. Flight time today expect to be 1 hour 25 minutes, cruising at 35,000 feet. Departure will be to the north and then we will turn right, tracking south towards Hanadim, Batam, and then crossing over Palembang, east of Palembang, and then north, arriving to Jakarta, likely for west.
Go ahead, Singapore 970.
Weather in Jakarta at the moment, visibility about 5 kilometers, weather temperature on the ground about 30 degrees.
Contact ground 134.3.
Expecting good weather conditions, we will update you the latest weather before descent into Jakarta. Thank you very much for your patience. We should be early departing here. Thank you very much for showing up to the aircraft on time. And we do wish you a very pleasant flight. Enjoy the service. We will speak to you shortly. Okay, that's the PA complete. Let's do the pre-flight checklist. Actually, no, let's get these first. So APU is on the bus. Your damper. This is already on. The doors need to be shut. Let's come here. And okay, looking very good.
Super delivery, good evening, Scuda 416.
So flight upper sections ground
Scuda 416, Singapore delivery, hello.
Hello, Scuda 416, Bay Charlie 13, information Quebec, requesting clearance to Penang level 360.
Take that off. Okay.
Scuda 416, information Quebec is correct. You are cleared to Penang, Aerosource 3 Alpha departure.
Pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist.
Clear to Penang, Aerosource 3 Alpha departure,
display switches.
0132, Scuda 416.
Normal auto, window heat is on, precision mode selector, auto set for 3. This is my mistake, 350 now, checked. And flight instruments heading 003,
Singapore delivery.
Indonesia 839, go ahead.
Indonesia 839, contact Singapore ground on 124.3, good day.
Contact ground 124.3, Indonesia 839, good day. Okay, we'll contact you once we're ready for push and start, but in the meantime, let's connect the
Flight 937, you can push back now. Push back to face south.
So, flight instruments heading 003, 003, QNH 1009 and send once, twice, 3 times, altitude 30 feet, 30 feet, 30 feet, it's cross-check, lock, brake, set, engine start, levers cut off, pre-flight checklist is complete. And before start checklist to the line, EFP mode, papers, logbooks on board, doors closed, flight deck door is locked, and fuel we have, this is 7820, so 9560 kilograms, that's checked, that's way more than enough. Fuel pumps, we got 6 on, cross feet closed, passenger signs are on, probe
Indonesia
is
662,
windows
monitor Singapore Tower
locked.
118.6, bye.
MCP V2 heading 150, V2 150 heading 023, initial climb 3000 feet. Takeoff speeds V1 141, 146, 150. Checked and sent. And CD pre-flight is complete, rudder aileron trim is 3 and 0, taxi takeoff briefing complete.
Taxi Papa 4, push out Tango.
Waiting, holding at collision for the pushback clearance. Singapore ground, good evening, Indonesia 839 Alpha 19, request push and start.
Indonesia 839 Singapore ground, hello, pushback approved, face west.
Pushback approved, face west, Indonesia 839.
Batik 6127, I didn't tell you to taxi on Tango, reclear taxi
So
Tango, holding point Tango 12, runway 02 center.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, below the line,
Singapore
collision light
ground,
on, and we
verify
have the
heading
lockup
north.
pin so we can keep these on.
Affirm, face north on Romeo 1.
Brakes
Parking
released.
brakes are
Rudder heading north, Romeo 18.
So time 23, that's 20 minutes early, that's good.
Batik 6127, reclear taxi Tango, holding point
okay,
Tango 12, runway 02 center.
So what you do is you do this,
Tango 12,
set the brakes,
runway 02
Stop.
center, Batik 6127.
parking brakes set.
it's actually not complete, my friend.
416, Charlie 13,
Sometimes it
push
does this, yeah. Which is, well, I can't really do anything
Good
about
up
that.
16, Singapore ground, hello, pushback approved, face north.
Not complete, my friends.
Push approval facing north, Garuda 416.
Transducer 152, taxi Tango, holding point Tango 12, runway 02 center.
There you go, start pushback. Off we go.
Holding position.
So upload time 23.
Approaching
holding point Whiskey 9.
EVA 6069, a firm taxi Romeo, holding point Whiskey 9, runway 02 left, monitor Singapore Tower 118.6, bye bye.
So next frequency will be
Monitor Tower
118.6.
118.6, EVA 6069, bye bye.
Oh, I can see that Sanai Tower is online. That's Johor. That's very interesting. Yeah. Rarely do you ever see them online.
Singapore 969 pushback approved, face south.
So let's say we're clear to start engines. We're clear to start starting
China
sequence student 1.
2733. China 2733, taxi Romeo, hold short,
And
Tango.
2, all pressure.
We
And
are
1.
Romeo holding Tango, China 26.
We are ready for taxi, Singapore 70.
Just for your information, you are number 2 for pushback right now, behind, after the
Fuel flow,
A350
GT.
pushing back at Foxtrot 56.
Eva there, probably lining up, ready to go. UPS is probably rolling.
Correction, Foxtrot 59, my eyes touch you.
Oh, but there's an aircraft
But
there coming in here.
617.
So after him, I guess.
Holding point runway, holding point Tango 12.
Batik 6127, monitor Singapore Tower 118.6, bye-bye.
Monitor tower 118.6.
Starting
Bye-bye.
crowd,
Thank you, sir.
monitoring two stable,
Singapore
starting engine
129,
temperature is 28, about 25, with isolated back
so
start.
disregard. Break, Singapore 970, are you ready for taxi?
Let's landing by
Affirmative, Singapore
Indonesia.
970.
Fantastic, Singapore 970,
all pressure, and
taxi
1.
right on
Very
Tango,
nice.
hold short Romeo.
So Doug is disconnecting.
Tango, Horseshoe, Romeo,
Show signal on the right,
okay.
thank you very
Oh,
much. See
Singapore
you next
970.
time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Singapore 228, ground.
Left and west for up Alpha 11.
So fuel flow,
Singapore 228, Singapore ground, hello.
GT.
Gate Alpha 11, taxi Whiskey, hold short Victor 8.
It's a huge bus.
Whiskey,
huge bus.
Victor 8, Singapore 22.
228 I believe is from Melbourne.
Transnusia 152, monitor Singapore Tower 118.6, bye-bye.
118.6, Transnusia 152.
So, engine 1 stable after start flow.
Air China 2733,
So,
taxi
flight
Tango,
controls.
holding point Tango 12, runway 02 center.
Down,
Continue, Tango, holding point
Left.
Tango 12, 19 degrees.
right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. So there you go. That is flight
Singapore
controls
ground, good
checked.
evening,
Verify takeoff
Indonesia
leads for
822 on
14650 checked. Before taxi checklist, generators
Indonesia
on,
822,
propane
Singapore ground,
on,
hello, gate
anti-ice
Bravo
off,
1,
hydraulic
taxi
system switches
Whiskey,
on,
Victor,
ice station
question
valve auto,
taxi
start
Whiskey,
switches continuous,
Victor 5,
recall checked, auto brake
Victor,
RTO, engine
and
start
hold
leave is
short
auto decamp,
Victor
flight controls
7.
checked. We've got set
Gate is
brake.
Bravo 1, taxi Whiskey, Victor
Park
5,
brake set.
Victor short of
Flight
Victor 7,
controls checked,
correction, Indonesia 8.
transponder, auto reporting off, ground equipment,
Have
left side clear.
Taxi Tango, hold short Romeo.
and well, nice Singapore, looks like, is that 350? No, it's a 7, no, that's a 350, yeah. And right side clear. Okay, ready for taxi. Ground Indonesia 839, request taxi.
Indonesia 839, taxi Victor 10, Romeo, hold short Tango.
Victor 10 Romeo, horse short Tango, Indonesia 839.
Singapore 966. Oh, the guys still haven't pushed back. Okay. Singapore 966. If you are able to
Okay, taxi light on.
see him,
And dome light
let me
come
know if
off.
you can push back clear of him once he's
So
done
hold
with
short
his pushback
Tango,
procedure.
we'll remember that.
Roger, Singapore 966.
Thank you.
So taxi routing is as we pre-briefed already. Victor 10,
Singapore 970, taxi Tango, holding point Tango 12, runway
which is
02
the next
center.
turn on the left.
Runway 02 center,
Victor
Tango
10,
Tango 12,
checked.
correction, Singapore
Right side is
970.
clear, left side Victor 10 and Romeo clear on the left and right. And we have the hold shot of Tango. There is an EVA there waiting to
Singapore
depart.
5937. Taxi Victor, hold short Victor 8.
So speed limit here is 20 knots.
Copy, taxi Victor, hold short Victor 8, Singapore 5927.
Singapore 228, taxi Victor 8, turn right, Victor 12, gate Alpha 11.
8, right Victor, Victor 12, Alpha 11, Singapore 228, thanks.
Singapore 1, support ground taxi 38, turn 22, 0, requesting push start.
Multiple stations, confirm scooter 416, you're requesting for push.
So 20 knots
416,
here.
ready for taxi.
Guys
Yes,
airborne,
taxi, okay.
one is turning right.
Let's see, you... Scooter 416, are you able to accept runway 02 left?
If we just need a bit more for us to continue taxi, then in that case.
Okay, scooter 416.
So you must be one of the Charlie gates, I'm
taxi
guessing.
Quebec 1, hold short, Quebec, and stand by for a new clearance.
Roger, taxi Quebec 1 and holding short Quebec, fine, standing by for clearance, Quebec 416.
Air China
There's Terminal 4 there.
2733, monitor Singapore
There might be a
Tower,
Jetstar Asia, 1 or 2 of
bye.
them going to Jakarta.
China to convert Canadian Tower 118.
Jakarta. It's not Harta.
Bye-bye.
Scooter 970, do you call me?
So since we are told to hold short of Tango, we will do so. Basically, once we are a beam Romeo
Singapore
8 power stop.
951, do you call me?
So Romeo 7. Next
Singapore
is Romeo
951,
8.
Singapore ground, hello. Gate Echo 28, taxi Quebec, Papa 7, good night.
Singapore 350. We should be yielding to him because we're told to hold short.
We are capturing Quebec, Singapore.
Yes, correct, you are at taxi Quebec, Singapore 951, taxi Quebec, Papa
So
7,
Romeo
Gate
8.
Echo 28.
Quebec 7 page.
Indonesia 822, taxi Victor 7, gate Bravo 1, good night.
Good night, Victor 7, Gate Bravo 1, Indonesia 82.
So this is Romeo 8, which is clear. We are holding short there. Let's get the lights off.
Singapore 966, roger, pushback approved, face south.
Pushback approved, facing south, Singapore 966.
Indonesia 839er, taxi Tango, holding point Tango 12, runway 02 center.
Taxi Tango 12, holding point 02 center, Indonesia 839er. Okay, there is enough clearance
Singapore
for us.
970, monitor Singapore Tower 118.6, bye bye.
Monitor
hello,
tower, 118.6. Singapore 970, have a good night.
You too.
Singapore 969 ready for taxi.
Singapore 969er, taxi Romeo 7, Romeo full shot Tango.
Taxi Romeo 7, Romeo full shot of Tango, Singapore 969.
Singapore 129er, taxi Tango,
So
holding
since
point
there's a
Tango
slight
12,
queue
runway
there,
02
we
center.
won't rush.
Taxi Tango and hold short Tango 120, cylinder Singapore 10.
So that's Singapore 129er behind us. To
Singapore
Jakarta as well.
38, Singapore ground, hello, confirm you're requesting for
So it
pushback.
looks like we are going to be ahead of him in the sequence. Yeah. It's probably...
Requesting for pushback, sorry for step over.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
Singapore
I would
38,
have...
pushback approved,
Yeah,
face south.
whatever. Yeah. He arrived at the point first. Yeah, I was allowed to pass first. I don't know why, but it's fine. Yeah.
Singapore 38, pushback approved, face
So
south.
before takeoff checklist, flaps 5 green lights and stabilizer trim 4.5 units is set before takeoff
Scooter
checklist complete.
416, ATC clearance.
Ready, Scooter 416.
So it looks like this
Scooter
guy's lining up.
416.
This guy's probably proceeding to the hold point
Penang,
now.
Aroso 3,
I
Expo
should
departure, rest
be...
of clearance
I don't
remains
see anyone
unchanged.
else. So yeah, we probably won't have to
Three
wait
Echo
too long.
departure and rest of the
This is
clearance
China
remains
Eastern,
unchanged, Scooter
looks
416.
like. No, Air China,
Scooter
sorry.
416, feedback correct, advice ready for taxi.
Air Asia there.
This is Singapore 597 holding Victor 8 ready for taxi
Yeah, heading
runway
to
02
Indonesia as
center.
well.
Singapore 5937, sorry about that, taxi.
Jetstar Asia, there you go.
Victor,
We have the
Romeo,
Jetstar Asia.
full shot, Romeo 7.
That will be also going to
Copy
Socorro
taxi
Hatta.
Victor Romeo 7
Just
holding
Asia
short Romeo
205.
7.
I was considering doing that flight,
you.
but I might not be flying to Phoenix until the update comes out, yeah.
Singapore
Because
38,
there's
no
a
worries,
huge
pushback
update,
approved, face south.
especially the flare, and I'm not really
Push
looking
face
forward to
south,
that.
38.
So this is quite busy, I would have to say, yeah. I didn't expect this event to be that busy. Yeah, but it's quite nice, and got an aircraft coming in that is, no, continuous, that would be correct. Yeah, that is continuous. Bus 380 coming in.
Scooter
Very
416, taxi Quebec, Victor, and hold shot Romeo.
Taxiing Quebec, Victor, and holding short of Romeo, Scooter 416.
So it looks like he's been cleared to line up because our friend here is rolling. I didn't catch the rolling guy, but yeah. Oh, there is actually one more guy ahead of us. There you go, yeah, which I couldn't see. There you go. For some reason the lights are not rendering, the nav lights. Yeah, but it's fine. We have not been told to monitor the tower yet, so we will keep on this frequency.
Singapore 966, request taxi.
Singapore 966, taxi Romeo 4, Tango, hold shot Romeo.
Taxi Romeo 4.
So Air China Airbus
Romeo.
350, this, what is this? What is this airline? Oh, this is Singapore Max 8, yeah, okay.
Singapore 969, confirm you are turning onto Romeo.
There's some issue with the tiller.
Singapore 970 also heading to Socorro Hatta.
Singapore 969,
So we're
roger,
Tango
you need to
12,
hold there
which
for
is
some
clear.
time.
Which is that one, yeah, let's check.
Giving 5 minutes, Singapore 969.
Let's slow down.
Roger, big
Six.
Singapore
Run
5937, we cleared taxi Victor 10. Sierra, hold short Romeo 7.
Victor 10 Sierra, hold short 02 center.
Singapore 5937, hold short Romeo 7.
So Mike Bravo Oscar, I have not flown that one before, and I think he's rolling, so I better switch over to tower.
Just please with ready 5.
Singapore 222 Alpha, turn right on Whiskey, and then you can request with
so the ground frequency is quite busy,
ground
so
on
that's why I'm gonna just switch over to monitor tower myself.
12473 Raja Light Arpa, call you request Singapore 222 Alpha.
Air China 2273, contact Singapore approach 124.6, bye-bye.
Singapore departure 124.6, bye-bye.
So next frequency 124.6.
Singapore 970, surface wind light and variable, climb 3000 feet, runway 02 center, clear for takeoff.
After takeoff, climb to 3000, clear for takeoff 02 center, Singapore 970.
Indonesia 839er, line up, runway 02 center.
Runway 02 center, Indonesia 839. Okay, total line up. So come off.
Indonesia 8220, Singapore Tower.
So 124.6.
Singapore Tower, good evening, Singapore 129er, holding short 02 center.
118 for 129er, hold at holding point Tango 12,
so
your
right
number 3
side
for
is
departure.
clear and left side clear as well, he's rolling. So checklist complete, ready to go.
Singapore Tower, Indonesia 820, good evening, on final, runway 02.
Indonesia 8220, Singapore Tower, very good evening, surface wind light and variable, runway 02 left, clear to land.
Runway 02 left, clear to land, Indonesia 820.
Singapore
So that was quite a
970,
nice
contact
lineup, if
Singapore
I say
approach
so
124.6, bye-bye.
Singapore departure 124.6, Singapore 970, good night.
So you have the Singapore 129er,
Indonesia
cut off.
839er, surface wind light and variable, climb 3000 feet, runway 02 center, clear for takeoff.
Through the center, clear takeoff, Indonesia 839er.
Singapore 129er, line up, runway 02 center.
So, stabilized, takeoff.
Singapore 129.
Throw set. Checked.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Get up.
Singapore Tower, Singapore Tower 7 nautical miles on final 02 west.
Singapore 247, Singapore Tower, very good evening, runway 02 left, continue
Speed up
approach.
speed.
Continue proceed to left, Singapore Tower 7.
Indonesia 839er, contact Singapore approach 124.6, bye-bye.
And contact approach 124.6, Indonesia 839er, bye bye. Okay, very nice that he gave us the early handoff. So let's fly the acceleration first. Ups 1. Let's go. Command. Very good speed, 1000 feet per minute. Approach Indonesia 839, passing 2400, clapping 3000, and into 7 Alpha departure.
Indonesia 839, Singapore approach, good evening.
Speed 230 is
climb
checked.
to 10,000 feet.
Climb 10,000 feet, Indonesia 839.
Singapore approach per green 526, descend to flight
So let's
level
go
160, now
Let's speak to
passing
vent.
20,500 feet.
So green 526 Singapore approach, good evening, and
10,000.
stand by for further descent.
Standing by for further descent, Super Green 526.
To take off
Indonesia
checklist, engine
836 Singapore
bleeds on, packs auto, landing gear up and off, flaps up, no lights, up to take off checklist complete.
Indonesia 836 Singapore approach. Singapore 970, proceed direct to Gures.
Direct.
So passing 4,000, close speed window.
Gures. Singapore 970.
Air China 2733, confirm directing to
So there's
waypoint
an aircraft passing over there. He's probably that one there.
Singapore approach, Indonesia 836 on flight level 160.
Indonesia 36 Singapore approach, good evening, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1009.
It's Machete.
6,000 feet, QNH 1009. Indonesia 836.
Indonesia 836, request your indicator airspeed.
203 knots, Indonesia 836.
Indonesia 836, roger, increase speed to 240 knots, be
Beautiful.
advised to approximately 40 track miles to touchdown.
Increase the speed to 40 knots, Indonesia
40
836.
track miles to touchdown.
So green
That's
522 on present
pretty
heading,
decent
cleared out
amount,
approach
actually.
runway 02 left, maintain 180 knots until 8 mile final.
Clear ILS approach runway 02 left, maintain 10.
So we have an altitude
180
restriction,
knots
which
until 8
is
mile final. So green
9,000 below. So once we are
In Super Green 526, descend
so
to
let's go
7,000
vertical
feet,
speed
QNH
now.
1009.
2,000,
Descend to 7,000 feet, swap, sorry, QNH 1009, Super Green 526.
and 1,000 to go.
Air China 2733,
Reduce.
confirm directing to waypoint Gures.
No, say,
2,000 to go.
no script, nothing today.
Air China 2733, Gures is on the SID. Are you able to direct to Anito? Air China 2733, turn left heading 155.
155, China 223.
Air China 2733, climb to flight level 150.
So because of the restriction here, we won't be able to
Scandinavian
make the
29
5
Charlie,
minutes. It's
turn
fine,
left
we'll just
heading
stop this timing
090,
here.
descend to 2,500 feet.
Left heading 090 and 2,500 feet, Scandinavian
So that is Singapore behind us.
Singapore 970, climb to flight level 150.
Climb to flight level 150 to Singapore 970.
So approaching
Transfer
9,000.
152, contact Singapore radar 123.7.
123.7.
VNAV path, it's speed.
Air China 2733, report when able to direct to Anito.
Singapore approach to the Singapore 966, passing 2,300 for 3,000.
Cross transmission, Singapore 966, Singapore approach, good evening, identify, climb to 3,000 feet.
Climb 3,000
So
feet,
in Singapore, they have to explicitly
129
tell you
Singapore
to
approach.
cancel the altitude restrictions, or cancel
Singapore
level
29
restrictions.
evening, identify,
Not,
climb to flight level
you have to,
130.
yeah. So we are
Unrestricted.
9,000 all the way to
130 unrestricted.
no problem.
Indonesia 839er, climb to flight level 150 unrestricted.
Flight level 150 unrestricted, Indonesia 839.
Scandinavian 29er, Charlie, reduce speed 180 knots, maintain till 8 mile final.
So
Speed 180 knots until 8 miles final, Scandinavian 29 Charlie.
out the vent.
Super Green 522,
There you go,
maintain 150 knots until 4 mile final, contact
And
Singapore
1 feet of
Tower
speed.
118.6.
150 knots until 4 miles final, 118.6, good night. Super 522.
Singapore 970, contact Singapore radar 123.7.
Singapore radar
So next frequency
123.7. Singapore 970, good night.
Good night. Indonesia 839er, direct to Gures.
Dari Kures, Indonesia 839.
Singapore 966, climb to 9,000 feet.
Climb 9,000 feet, Singapore 966.
LF,
Scandinavian 29er, Charlie, turn left heading 050,
No
clear
passing
IELTS approach
10,000.
runway 02 left.
lights.
Head left heading 050, clear ILS.
And weather is good, so once we are finished the turn, we will go ahead and turn off the belts.
Let's go for Singapore
In the meantime, set.
Singapore 961, evening, descend to 8,000 feet, QNH 1009.
Fix.
Roger, 8,000 feet,
delete,
QNH 1009. Good evening,
and
delete. Indonesia 836, expedite descend to 2,500 feet, reduce speed 180 knots, maintain to 8 mile final.
So match heading?
Descend 2,500 feet and reduce speed 180 until 8 miles to final. Indonesia 836.
Air China 2733, proceed direct Anito.
Twice. There you go. Looking good.
Singapore approach, good evening. Scuda 416, 3000, Rotor 3 Echo. Scuda 416, Singapore approach, good evening. Identified, climb to flight level 150, cancel speed restrictions. Level 150 and cancelling speed restrictions, Scuda 416.
Let's get some lighting here.
Indonesia 836 for sequencing, turn left heading 300.
Left heading 300, Indonesia 836.
Okay, that was, yeah.
Super Green
But look at
526,
the,
turn
yeah,
left
you
heading
can see
330.
all the traffic here.
Turn left heading 330.
That's because, yeah, I set to all on the TCAS. That was part
Indonesia
of the equipment.
839, contact Singapore radar 123.7.
Radar 123.7, Indonesia 839, bye-bye.
Flight Air China 662, good day.
Vertical speed 2000. Spot radar, good evening. Indonesia 839, passing flight level 130, climbing flight level 150.
Indonesia 839, Singapore radar, climb flight level 350.
Flight level 350, Indonesia 839.
Pertunjukan Indonesia nanti CC Flamin
Climbing up speeds, flight level
Air China
350.
2733, Singapore radar, climb flight level 370.
So because we have 350, which is below flight level 370, that section of Indonesia FIR is controlled by Singapore radar control until Anito. Then Anito we handed over, yeah, or somewhere before Anito. I forgot the exact waypoint. Yeah. If not, we'll be handed over to Jakarta radar. Yeah, it's called Jakarta radar now. Yeah. Recently it was changed from Jakarta control to Jakarta radar. Okay, it's going to be relatively uneventful now. We'll just take our handoff to Jakarta control or Jakarta radar, and then we will, yeah, see you for the descent into Singapore. Not Singapore, of course, Soekarno Hatta. Alright, welcome back. Currently on descent passing flight level 265. We've just been told to contact approach, so we will do so. We are ready on the frequency. So, approach, good evening Indonesia 839, descending passing level 2604240, connect to hotel, information Foxtrot. That's because I got it wrong. It's 12795.
Direct Rio.
Approach, good evening Indonesia 839, passing flight level 2504240, information Foxtrot, connect to hotel.
Indonesia 839, connect to hotel, 25 right, descent flight level 170.
Connect to hotel, 25 right, descent flight level 170, Indonesia 839.
Singapore 8582, proceed direct Rio.
So we are boarding to hotel arrival. Let's plan the. Let's review the arrival here. Boarding to hotel.
Singapore 952, cleared ILS 25
So
left.
we are currently inbound waypoint boarding. Got to be flight level 220 and above.
Confirm this is Singapore 952.
270 knots above flight
Singapore
level
952,
150.
apologies, cleared ILS 25 left.
So the 270 below, yeah, that's fine because the VNAV is already targeting 267, which is the.
Wagner 261, contact
This is the econ speed. Yeah.
arrival 124.45.
The reason why there's an econ button because I was told to reduce speed earlier from 7 to 76 for separation.
136 negative.
So then Luvax got to be speed 240 and below, below 1,000 to 12,000. And then to BMP, got to be at 7,000, then to be up to 190 at 3,000.
Correction, descent 8,000 feet.
And Akrab.
8,000 transmission. China 2733, descent 10,000.
Yes, Akrab. Mentally 2,000 feet. Checked, then for the fix 25 right, which is the for the approach fix, mentally 2,000 there as well.
Ready to copy.
And then 3 degree glide path.
66127, turn right heading
It's
180.
approximately 6 miles from touchdown anyway, so yeah, relatively short there. That's why the VNAV is targeting 154.
Singapore 970.
And then from 25 right, climb up 3 degrees here, which corresponds to 3 degree glide slope, very good. And misapproach, climb on course to 48 and from feet, and turn right direct to Takeoff at the or below 3,000 to Luvax at 6,000 or as instructed by ATC.
Singapore
City Center to Ramal check, so we might have to use speed brake. So 500 feet, then to Takeoff 3,000 below check, then Luvax 6,000 feet. And then holding Luvax inbound 154 right to
Jakarta, hello, clear to Jakarta, Bunik to auto arrival,
check
island
6,000, 1 minute legs checked.
Correction, maintain flight level 240.
And after Ramal, steep descent over here, because 170 above, yeah. So we will monitor if we need to speed brake, we will use the speed brake.
Requesting further
At this kind of speed, it should be relatively okay.
Indonesia 662.
So I've already put in the 15 mile, 8 mile and 4 mile because speed control 180 by 8 till from touchdown after 150 to 4 mile. And I must say, it's quite interesting because if I'm not wrong, these speed controls were not present until relatively recently, until I think the FIR realignment between Singapore and Jakarta.
Singapore
And this wording is exactly the same as the one in Singapore, and there's some extra things that are the same. For example, the part about arrival, runway occupancy time,
Air China 2733, contact Jakarta, arrival
ATC to apply minimum
124,
spacing and
correction
final approach that will
125.45.
achieve maximum runway utilization and will minimize the crowds of go-downs. This is exactly the same wording in the Singapore chart as well, so I don't know, I mean, it's just interesting. Yeah, and 180 by 8.
Air China 2733, contact arrival 125.45.
And then Jakarta control got remain for Jakarta radar, so okay, anyway, 25 right will be what we're going to do, okay, which is actually the same like piece of asphalt that we departed from. We departed 07 left. So,
6127, descent flight level 130.
so 2000 to go.
Descent flight level
After vacating, we will vacate November 6. That is the expected,
Singapore
that is the
582,
recommended
King
exit
Runway
for
ILS
category
25
Charlie Delta
left,
aircraft.
expect ILS 25 left.
2158 length from threshold, so performance giving us auto brake 3, no credit on the reverser, 2011, that should be just nice for auto brake 3 vacate. November 6, and then expect either Golf 8 or Golf 7 taxi routing.
Singapore
And what
582,
this means
contact
is,
arrival 125.45.
okay, 1000 to go. I'll keep this because we have restrictions to meet, yeah, so I'll keep that there. Once we are 175, we will.
Singapore 582, contact arrival 124 correction 125.45.
Yeah, we can go to land mode here, we don't need this. Yeah, because of restrictions, and they said steep descent afterwards, so yeah, I don't want to level off too much. That's for the controller.
Jakarta radar Hangzhou 136 request higher.
Hangzhou 136,
speed feed
apologies. Jakarta is offline, monitor advisory 123.
128, bye-bye, Hangzhou 136.
I have a feeling I know why he went offline.
Requesting further descent, Singapore 970.
Singapore 970,
so this should start,
QNH 1010.
QNH 1010, descend 11. Southern Singapore 970.
Jakarta radar Indonesia 839 request further descent.
39 descent, flight level 130.
Descent flight level 130, Indonesia 839.
Singapore 966, descent flight level 150.
Descent 150, Singapore 966.
166, 127, descent 10,000, QNH 1010.
So you will go to target 270. The speed restriction here at two knots is 240, so we can accelerate, and then once you reach the decel point, start decelerating again. Let's go seatbelts. Oh, they're already on. Very good. Yeah, I think I turned them on a bit early. It's fine. So it should target 267, and then yeah, we will see how we recover. If we need to, we will use the speed brake. Yeah. So the arrival routing, back to the discussion here, it's either Golf 7 or Golf 8. So that means either November Charlie 3, which is for Golf 8, or November Charlie 4, which is Golf 7. Basically November 6, November Papa 2, November Charlie 3 or 4, then April Golf. And there is no way to determine what actual stand the aircraft will be parked at. So yeah, we will just take a sensible stand.
Singapore 129 Jakarta, hello. Clear to Jakarta, Munich to hotel arrival.
Expect ILS runway 25 we are catching the path, and also once we set level QNH 1010, it will go back quite nicely. Actually,
repeat the altitude again.
let's use a bit of speed brake, yeah.
Singapore 129, say again please.
12,000.
Say again the altitude to descend to.
Yeah, let's use a bit of speed brake here.
Descend flight level 150.
Descend to flight level 150.
Since we're already approaching the decel point, we want to pitch down and then pitch up again. Yeah, it'll be uncomfortable for passengers. So just use a bit of speed brake.
145, Singapore 970, good day.
127, contact arrival 125.45.
Speed feed
Contact arrival 125.45, 125.45, 3617.
Slow it down.
Indonesia 839, descend 10,000.
So 10,000, Indonesia 839. 10,000.
Singapore 966, vectors to ILS 25 right, turn left, heading 120.
So reducing to 240 now, we're above bound, so we need the speed brake.
Indonesia version 6, local ATC available, monitor advisory.
Yeah, so I know why the Jakarta radar, I think someone went offline because I think, yeah, it was getting a bit frustrated that people were stepping over each other. Yeah, but that's it. So set local QNH once, twice, 3 times. We are 1,000 feet above path, it's okay, we need to speed.
Level 340, 576.
We're just about 12,000, so that's fine with the altitude.
Jakarta approach Singapore 969, flight level 270.
Singapore 969, Jakarta, radar, hello, expect ILS 25 right, Munich to hotel arrival, descend flight level 170.
Expecting 25 right, Munich to hotel, descent flight level 150, Singapore 969.
So approaching 1000, terrain display.
Singapore 9966, descent flight level 130.
To approach checklist, attempt is 1010, set once, twice, three
Indonesia
times, passing.
39er, contact arrival 125.45.
125.45, Indonesia 839, bye-bye. Let's check the speed brake. Five decimal 45.
Jakarta, selamat malam, Indonesia 330.
Indonesia 330 Jakarta, selamat malam.
Arrival, good evening, Indonesia 839, we're approaching 10,000, connect to hotel arrival.
Indonesia 839, hello. Continue descent in 8,000 feet.
Continue descent 8,000 feet, Indonesia 839. Okay, speed brake.
Delta 152, tower 118 degree.
112 to the tower.
So we have speed.
Batik 6127 heading 117,
turn left heading
Target
010.
240 now. We have the 7,000 restriction to meet, so we need to be careful.
Batik 6127, turn left heading 010.
Passing 10,000 lights.
010, Batik 6127.
Singapore 582, clear for the ILS approach runway 25 left. Singapore 582, 25 left.
So it should be fine for the altitude restriction. Approaching 8,000.
Requesting vertical descent, Singapore 970.
I would wish the controllers here would give a bit more room for
Singapore
the
970,
descent,
stand
but
by.
yeah,
Brake,
default.
Batik
So I have to stall
6127,
the speed
continue
brake again,
descent
MC speed.
4,000 feet.
Continue descent
I'm going to tell
4,000
him
feet,
enable
Batik
restriction here.
617.
On the approach checklist, QNH 1010, set once, twice, three times, passing 8,180 now. Checked, approach checklist complete. Arrival Indonesia 839, enable 7,000 feet restriction over the waypoints. Bimbi.
Indonesia 839, roger, continue descent 5,000 feet.
Continue descent 5,000, Indonesia 839. So, vents.
Batik 6127, continue turn
Yeah,
right
really, I
heading
couldn't do anything about it
270, there off
because,
deck.
I mean, if you don't clear me down, I cannot fault restriction. The
Heading
ATC
270,
cleared level
sir.
always
Batik
takes
617.
precedence. So, we have speed, we're
Batik
above par.
7, correction, Batik
Speed brake out again.
6127, proceed direct to waypoint object.
So next is pre-op. This one we have to be careful because, yeah,
Say again, sir.
1903,000, yeah.
Batik 617.
We need to get down.
Indonesia 662,
So this is going to be
turn
very
right heading
uncomfortable for the
120.
passengers because this is dive and drive. Yeah, but I can't do anything about it. Yeah, it's what the controllers give us, and I need to keep the speed brake, stall the speed brake when I approach because I don't want to be applying thrust to the speed brake.
Descent 8,000 feet, Singapore
Okay,
970.
India Charlie
Descent
Golf
8,000,
Romeo
maintain present
is
heading.
ident for 255.
8,000
That is
present
checked.
heading, Singapore 970.
Currently 23 DME. Checked. Yeah, at least we're catching up the path, which is good.
Station calling.
1,000 to go.
Level 115 for 100.
Air China 2733, turn right heading
Next frequency tower 108.2.
320.
Okay. 5,000. Need to stall
Singapore
the speed brake
966,
again.
hello. Reclear ILS to
VFR.
park left. For now, turn left heading 170.
Left 170 and we'd like to request for ILS.
I'm going to go flaps 1 to help us get a bit of extra drag.
Singapore 966, roger, continue descent 7,000 feet. And confirm we are directing to Bidmina.
Singapore 966, we are currently turning left for heading 170 for Singapore 966.
Let's see, the visibility is not
Singapore
progressed.
966,
There's
roger.
a layer of fog here. Arrival Indonesia 839, level 5,000.
Buat taxi 17 direct back nggak ada Pak di sini Bang.
Okay, I'm not gonna be able to make the restriction here.
But the 617 standby. Indonesia 839, continue descent 3000, clear ILS approach to 5 right.
Continue descent 3000, enable next restriction 3000 as well, Indonesia 839. Airspeed, retard.
Approach Airwagon 261, confirm with heading 200.
So at least we're able to make the speed restriction, but of course enable the altitude restriction.
Follow east, turn left 100.
100, Wagon Air 261.
Okay,
Indonesia 839, continue descent 3000 feet and clear for the ILS approach to 5 right.
Continue descent 3000, clear ILS to 5 right, Indonesia 839. Okay.
Singapore 970, turn left 030.
Let's keep 180.
Left heading 030, Singapore 970.
Hello, Boeing 293.
Actually, I think we're fine, yeah. So let's do the speed brake, yeah, because we're below the glide slope. We'll just be unable to meet the altitude restriction. Yeah.
Singapore 996.
Actually, there is a 2000 restriction there, so I do need to
3000 feet.
keep the speed brake out there.
Proceed direct pre-out, descent 3000 feet, Singapore 960.
And if it clears us for the ILS, that means it clears us to descent by the ILS. So I'm going to, well, do my own descent, yeah. Shading.
Singapore 970, continue left on heading 320.
Left on 320, continue
Because
left on Singapore 970.
I'm not going to be able to intercept at it. Yeah, 3000 feet.
Traffic 6127, turn right heading 120. Heading 120, but taxi 617.
Alright, we'll get it in Singapore 129, flight 1110.
Singapore 129, continue descent 4000 feet.
Okay, looks like we're catching the path, very good.
China
Speed, we have
2733,
path.
turn right
Slow the speed
heading
brake.
050.
180.
050, 203.
2500.
Checked.
Roger,
Check is complete.
261, are you able to do ILS approach to park left?
Hey, from Wagon Air 261.
Okay, so 61,
So we have to
Roger.
hold here.
Turn
Put the
left
throttle
heading
increasing the speed
070.
now. So
070,
180
Wagon
by
Air
80 after 15024, so we go gear down, lap 15 here.
Singapore 970,
Let
turn
the
left,
LNAV get
proceed
us
direct to
on.
object.
Direct object, Singapore
Turning
970.
soon, so 248. Missed approach altitude is 3000 feet initially and then 6000. We'll set 3000 first.
China 2733,
So let's go for long. For long.
turn right heading 070.
070, 293.
Rifle Indonesia 839, localizer 25 right established.
Indonesia 839, tower 118 degree.
18.2, Indonesia 839, good day. Okay, next frequency will be ground 121.6. Jakarta Tower, good evening, Indonesia 839, ILS 25 right established.
Indonesia
So,
839,
gear down,
runway 25 right, clear to land wind 170 degrees 07 knots, gate 1010.
Greenwich 101025 right, clear to land, Indonesia 839. Approach, glide slope arms. Up 30. So since we are 15, you can say it's 149, so we have to do 154. So yeah, the 15024 now that doesn't really apply to us. Miss approach altitude 3000 feet. Set clear to land. Ding the crew. Yeah, ding the crew. So letting checklist start, switch is continuous, speed brake, arm green light, landing gear down, green flaps 30, green light landing checklist complete and clear to land. Very good. approach lights visible. This approach altitude 3000 set, heading set as well. Very good. So since we are stable, let's go ahead and disconnect. Checked, stable.
Approaching minimums.
Bit gusty here. Continue.
200.
Tower, good evening, Singapore 966, localizer 25 right.
50.
Singapore
30.
966, continue cross 25 right, wind 170 degrees 037 knots, again 1010.
See break up, reverse the normal.
1010, continue approach 25 right, Singapore 966.
Tower, hello, Jetstar 204, currently on taxiway November
knots.
Papa 2 for November 125 right. We'll be fully ready on arriving.
Jetstar 204, continue holding point November 1, hold short 25 right.
Hold short 25 right at November 1, Jetstar 204.
So November 6.
Indonesia 839er, welcome to Paranasa, vacate to the left and turn left on November Papa 2.
Vacate. Vacate to the left and turn left November Papa 2, Indonesia 839er, parking anywhere apron golf will be fine.
Copy. Singapore 966, runway 25 right, clear to land.
So,
Turn left 25 right, Singapore 966.
November Papa 2 is here, right side is clear, left is clear. Singapore there, parking in the wrong place, but no problem. So we are heavy, so we cannot do single engine taxi, it's fine.
Indonesia 839er, continue November Charlie 4, apron golf, turn of your choice.
November Charlie 4, apron golf, state of choice, Indonesia 839er, thank you for the TC, good night.
Good night.
So next guy coming into land. So November Charlie 4, that is the first one over here.
Good evening, Singapore 129, fully established 25 right.
So that is the guy that we, Singapore 129, that's the one we cut off. The one landing now, that is
Continue approach, Singapore 12.
Singapore 966. So November Charlie 4 should be this one here. It doesn't say, but yeah.
Singapore 966, vacate to the left.
Vacate November 6.
So we'll take some random stand over here, yeah. As long as it's international.
Singapore 129er, runway 25, right, clear to land.
Runway 25, right, clear to land, Singapore 10.
We're gonna air 261, 12 hours.
Tower, good evening, Wigan Air 261.
We're gonna air 261, confirm stability bypass.
So let's take stand, Golf 29er. Yep, Golf 29er.
We're gonna air 261, runway 25 left, clear to land, wind 1900 degrees 06 knots, KNS 101.
So in the apron area, let's take this one.
25 left, clear to land, Wigan Air 261.
Singapore 966, you're turning left onto November Papa.
Singapore 966, turn right
ignoring
on
the
November
vehicle,
Charlie
of
Yankee
course.
and then off vehicles.
We'll turn right on November Charlie Yankee to the stand Singapore 966.
Just 204 behind arriving traffic, line up and with runway 255 behind.
Behind the landing traffic, line up and wait, 25 right behind, just 204.
So back where we started, we were of course not over here, but yeah, this is the only problem, yeah, this is just a texture, it's not a real surface, yeah, that's my only problem with the scenery, otherwise it's quite decent. So start the APU. Golf 29er. Okay, maybe we should have turned a bit earlier. This is fine.
Singapore, Jakarta Tower, Singapore 970, we are 8 miles on final to 5 left.
Singapore 970, continue approach runway 25 left.
Continue approach to 5 left, Singapore
Well, it appears
970.
that this gate is not meant for us.
Yes, 204 runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Please take off 25 right, yes, 204.
Jakarta Tower, Singapore 970, come from ground frequency.
2 blue 1 red, engine 10.
Singapore 129er, contact ground 121.6.
Contact the ground 121.6.
Cabin crew, does the sound cross check.
Singapore, Jakarta Tower, Singapore 970, confirm ground frequency will be 121.6.
Singapore 970, affirm.
Thank you.
Singapore 129er, hello, welcome to Jakarta. Okay, turn left, November Papa Q, November Charlie 4, taxi to Son of Chase.
Just think I wasn't told to contact ground, but yeah, that's fine. Maybe the ground was busy at the time, yeah. Okay, shutdown checklist. Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps off. Passenger signs off. Probe heat off. Hydraulic panel set. Anti-collision light off. No. Yeah, it should be off now. There you go. Flaps up, no lights. Parking brake set. Engine start. Levers cut off. And parking brake is set. Weather radar off. Shutdown checklist complete. Okay, so welcome to Soekarno-Hatta. A bit vulnerable landing, unfortunately, but otherwise I think it was pretty alright. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, quite an enjoyable sector. Get the jetway if possible. Let's get forward and aft, then maybe air conditioning as well. Actually, nah, because the aircraft's gonna be shut down for a night, so just these will be fine. Then take the ground power. We'll shut down the APU because there's okay. We'll keep the APU running It's fine. Because, well, I have to do the replays, yeah, and I don't want to wait for AV to start up all over again. So, very nice. Thank you for watching. Okay, did we park? Yeah, we're supposed to park, I think, over here, but... Yeah, so we're supposed to park off to 8, right? But in the diagram... okay, no, it's... Well, it's actually very... okay, yeah, it was golf to 8, yeah, so we're supposed to park golf to 8. Okay, I read the charts wrongly. That's my bad. Yeah. So here we are, and the jetway is not connecting because, of course, we're too far away for the jetway to connect. But anyway, pretty nice and eventful. The lighting here, the colors, that's pretty good. Yeah. The only thing that's not good is the fact that it's a texture. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.